What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a good day, and I most certainly hope you're having a great week on purpose. I want to thank everybody that is supporting this new series that we got going on, previewing Colorado's 2024 opponents. We're looking at each opponent's key attributes and key players to look for when you are watching the games. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Utah Utes. Before I give you the key attributes of the Utah Utes, guys, let's roll the intro. Shador, tell them who we all around here.
BWB, bandwagon buffs.
That's right. It's your man's Harry Billion. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. All right, family, I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. All right, guys. So welcome back. That's right. We are bandwagon buffs. We are BWBs. Don't let nobody shame you if you are a new Colorado fan. If you just got here, it's all good. We've made it socially okay for you to be a new Colorado fan. You didn't know anything about Colorado. Don't let nobody shame you. You can also go on our YouTube channel and cop your bandwagon buff gear because you don't care. I also want to say a shout out to Bucky for this video that I am talking over. Let's go ahead and look at the key attributes of the Utah Utes. Let's go. As I stated in the first two videos, we want to say shout out to buffzone.com. CU Buffs opponent preview. Behind healthy Cam Rising, Utah favorite to win the Big 12 title. I hope that is not the case, but let's check him out anyway. Hey guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you like this type of information. I appreciate you. Also, and if you already subscribed, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, okay? A second consecutive trip to the Rose Bowl on January 2nd, 2023 could not have ended any worse for the Utah football team. The 35-21 defeat against Penn State was disappointing, but losing quarterback Cameron Rising to a severe knee injury in the third quarter was devastating. Rising tore the ACL, MCL, and MPEL and meniscus in his knee and wound up missing the entire 2023 season, which led to a subpar year for the Utes. Now back in action, Rising and the Utes are bringing high expectations into this season. The Utah Utes are going to visit Boulder November 16th. Cam did not miss 1 minute of spring ball in any way, shape, or form. Head coach Kyle Whittingham told reporters after the Utes spring game in April he was back to his old self. That's great news for Utah and not so great news for the Big 12. Slow down, my guy. Like CU, Utah is making the jump from the Pac-12 to the Big 12, and the Utes already have lofty goals. This week, the Big 12 announced the preseason media poll with Utah projected as the winner. The Utes are likely to be a top 20 team in the preseason polls. The Pac-12 champs in 2021 and 2022. Utah still went 8-5 last year, 5-4 in the Pac-12, even without Rising. The Utes also played the 2023 season without star tight end Brent Kuth. Running back Micah Bernard missed the last 11 games of the regular season with an injury. It was no surprise that Utah's offense dipped to 23.2 points per game last year, down from 38.6 in 2022. Rising, Kuth, and Bernard are all back though, and the Utes reloaded on the line and at receiver. Most notably, former Arizona star receiver Dorian Singer is in Salt Lake City after a down season at USC. It all starts with Rising though. He was the spark to Utah's back-to-back Pac-12 title teams, and he's the unquestioned leader as the Utes joined the Big 12. I've been accruing a lot of reps, and it's good to be out there with the guys making plays and watching them go. We've been throwing the ball as much as we can, just trying to get out there and get that chemistry. While Rising should help the offense take a leap forward, the defense looks to be as good as usual. A big reason why Utah still won 8 games last year is that the defense held opponents to only 19.3 points per game, tied for 18th nationally. Utah lost some key players from last year's defense, most notably leading pass rusher Jonah Ellis, who was a third-round pick of the Denver Broncos in April. Safety Cole Bishop went to the Buffalo Bills, and Sione Vaki was drafted to the Detroit Lions. 8 players who started at least 5 games are back for the Utes. However, 6 of them from the front 7. Utah would need to find a replacement for Ellis. He had 12 sacks, but ends Van Fillinger and Connor O'Toole have experience and could lead that charge. There will be changes at safety too. But Teo Johnson, last year's starting nickel, had a good spring after moving to the back of the defense. Whittingham turned Utah into one of the best teams in the Pac-12 with 4 conference title game appearances from 2018 to 2023, and there's no reason to believe the Utes won't be one of the better teams in the Big 12 this season. All right, guys, so here's the skinny. The head coach's name is Kyle Whittingham. This is his 20th season. On his career, 162 to 79. 2023 season, he went 8-5. He went 5-4 in the Pac-12, lost to Northwestern in the Las Vegas Bowl. The series with CU, Utah leads 34 to 32 to 3. It's going to be the Utah Utes in Boulder. The game takes place November 16th at time to be determined. Folsom Field in Boulder. Now here are 5 guys to watch for when you watch the Utah Utes versus the Colorado Buffaloes. The first guy to watch for, running back Micah Bernard. He's a 6th-year senior. He's played offense and defense in his career. Although he's never been the full-time starter, he has rushed for 1,208 yards and 7 touchdowns in his career, averaging 5.4 yards per carry. He also has 69 receptions for 620 yards and 3 scores. Our next guy to watch for is going to be tight end Brant Kuth, a 7th-year senior. He's one of the best tight ends in the country when healthy, but he's missed Utah's last 23 games due to injuries. He was second-team All-Pac-12 3 years in a row from 2019 to 2021 and has 148 career catches for 1,882 yards and 16 touchdowns. The next guy to watch for is linebacker Kareem Reed. Don't mess up and call him Karen. You understand what I'm saying? One of the top returning linebackers in the conference. Reed was second-team All-Pac-12 last year. He finished second on the team with 67 tackles, while also adding 2 tackles for loss, 1 interception, and 4 pass breakups. He was first-team All-Pac-12 in 2022. I would call myself Karini just to make sure I have full separation from being called a Karen. Moving on. The next guy to watch for is quarterback Cameron Rising. The 25-year-old 7th-year senior, yes, you heard that right, is back after missing last year with an injury. A starter in 24 straight games from 2021 to 2022. He threw for a total of 5,527 yards and 46 touchdowns with only 13 interceptions and rushed for 964 yards and 12 touchdowns in those 2 seasons. Our next and final guy to look for when you are watching Colorado versus the Utah Utes is defensive lineman Junior Tafuna, a preseason All Big 12 selection. He has 17 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and 1.5 sacks last year. He was second-team All-Pac-12 3 times and was the Pac-12 Defensive Freshman of the Year in 2021. And here are some good-to-know things about the Utah Utes. Between Dorian Singer from USC and Damian Alford from Syracuse, Utah added a load of experience at receiver. That duo has a combined 175 catches for 2,597 yards in college. Singer had just 289 yards last year at USC, but was an 1,100-yard receiver at Arizona in 2022. Alfred caught 33 passes for 610 yards last year at Syracuse. Another good thing to know is star linebacker Levani Demuni is expected to miss all or most of the season with a leg injury. He led the Utes with 87 tackles last season. In addition to Bernard, Utah returns last year's second leading rusher, Jalen Glover, who had 562 yards and 2 touchdowns on 137 attempts. The Utes also added Idaho transfer Anthony Woods, who rushed for 1,155 yards and 16 touchdowns last year and earned first-team All-Big Sky honors. On Monday, Utah announced that defensive coordinator Morgan Scaley will be Whittingham's successor when Whittingham, 65, decides to retire. Scaley, who was born in Salt Lake City and played for the Utes from 2001 to 2004, has been on the staff since 2006. He's going into his 9th season as coordinator. Punter Jack Balmister was first-team All-Pac-12 as a sophomore last year. He averaged 45.5 yards per punt and landed 20 of his 55 kicks inside the opponent's 2-yard line. Kicker Cole Becker, who played at CU from 2021 to 2022, was 15 for 18 on field goals last year with the Utes, including a long of 51 yards. He missed the first 3 field goal attempts of his career, but has gone 40 of 48. That's 83.5 103% since then, as well as 73 of 74 on extra points. I hope this information has been useful to you guys. Finally, let's look at the Utah Utes portal movement. Who they lose, who they get, and where they do that at. Utah lost 25 players to the transfer portal, but most of them were backups. That's key, guys. That's key to know. Most of those guys that they lost were backups. The top two quarterbacks from last year, Bryson Barnes went to Utah State and Nate Johnson went to Vanderbilt. Both left, but with rising back, that shouldn't matter. The Utes did lose some starters though, including leading rusher Jaquanin Jackson went to Arkansas. Starting center Kalanu Fayu went to Texas A&M. Starting cornerback Jatravis Broughton went to TCU, as well as part-time starting receiver Mikey Matthews also left to go to California. Of the 12 players coming in, receivers Dorian Singer from USC and Damian Alford from Syracuse and cornerback Keenan Johnson from Georgia Tech are headliners. Receiver Tayshawn Lyons from Washington, tight end Carson Ryan from UCLA, and running back Anthony Woods from Idaho should also make some noise. Defensively, edge Paul Fitzgerald from Utah State, cornerback Cameron Calhoun from Michigan, and safety Alake Gilman from Stanford could all be impactful. Former Washington quarterback Sam Heward from Cal Poly could be a nice addition as well. All right, guys, so there you have it. That's the skinny on the Utah Utes. No matter how you think about this stuff, if you are a longtime Colorado buff or you're just coming here, you got to take the competition seriously. You have to look at everything, the nitty gritty. Who are they getting? Who are they losing? Read between the lines. Remember that every team also got better. So that's why I do these videos, so that we can look at the competition. Even though Shador is out here training, getting his work on, other teams are loading up on their defenses and their offenses as well. Colorado is going to be really good this year, but it's also good to look at the competition. Don't forget to head to the YouTube channel and look on this playlist, all right? Previewing Colorado's 2024 opponents, looking at their key attributes, key players. Go on that playlist and look at all the other teams that have been previewed so you can see their key attributes as well and how you think Colorado is going to fare off when we do meet these teams in 2024. The season is almost here, guys, but I'm going to have to leave it right there, and I'll see you. Get it? See you on the next video. Okay?